let's do some rewinding back to December. So I actually had gotten the iPad 8th generation in November, and I was excited to get it. I was using a Windows tablet and I was kind of just over it. I wanted something I could take notes on and store pictures and had some like cloud stuff going on. So I was kind of over the Windows tablet. I had very much been into Animal Crossing. If you know me, you know that I love Animal Crossing. I've been here since the beginning. I've played it on GameCube. It's one of my hands down favorite games. Anyways, back to the story. So I was using this tablet to do a lot of Nookazon trading. If you don't know what Nookazon is, it's basically a market type place for Animal Crossing where you can go online, you could trade with people, sell to people, all of that, and I was doing a lot of that. So my family had decided that we wanted to go to the mall that day, and I had this case that my iPad was in. It also had my headphones, it had my own car keys, but I didn't actually drive my car that day. We actually took my dad's car. I had some eye medication because at the time I was having some really weird allergy problems. I was allergic to something that I was using and my eyelids were swelling up. It had eye drops in it. It had quite a lot in it. So we get to the mall and I had put this black bag on the floor and I put it kind of underneath the seat. Didn't think you could see it at all. I mean, it was a black flooring, the case was black. I was like, okay, this was my mistake. If you go anywhere, especially to the mall, on a holiday weekend, do not leave anything in your car. Not one thing. So I'm sure you can tell where this story is leading. So my mom actually did have an eye doctor appointment at this mall. That was the reason really why we were going, but then we were like, oh, we'll do some holiday shopping, whatever. A few hours goes by and we go to get something to eat and we're like, okay, we're gonna stop by this one store and we're gonna leave. So my dad was like, I'm gonna put everything in the car while you guys go to this store. I'll wait in the car. Once you guys are done, come out, we'll go. Simple as that, right? No. My dad gets to the car and his rear window is busted. Yeah, like completely busted. I am in full on panic mode when I get this call from my dad. I had some stuff in the car. We all had stuff in the car. I'm on the phone with my dad. He's trying to hunt down security and we're like, okay, we gotta get some footage, like we gotta call the cops, we gotta do all that. We find this security lady driving around. She told us that some other people had flagged her down about an hour prior because somebody had broken into the car. They didn't just take one thing out of the bag, they busted the window, grabbed my bag, and left. So we call the police department. Let me tell you, the police department for this city, not just ridiculous, they didn't do anything. I used Find My on my iPad. I had the location of my iPad. I called, we waited 2 hours, nobody showed up. The next day, we go down to make a police report, and again, we're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and nothing. Nothing. Nobody tried to contact us. Nobody tried to do anything. We called. Oh, they were all busy. It's fine. You know, they'll be there soon. We waited 5 hours. We wasted the whole entire day. The next day, which is the third day, comes around and nothing. Literally nothing. I was very fed up. I was really mad. I was irritated. I was not having it. I went into the police department. I was livid. I talked to this receptionist lady. I don't know, dispatch, whatever she was. She was rude to me. She was mean. And I was just like, okay, well, you're helpful. But she did get a hold of a sheriff who took forever to get there. By the way, we waited 3 hours for this dude. I got the report, everything was done, and he was like, okay, so what's gonna happen next is you're gonna go to where your iPad is. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I'm gonna meet you there. and we're gonna get your iPad back. And I was like, great, cool. So I had my MacBook. I don't have an iPhone as my main phone. I have a Samsung. I have a Galaxy Note 10. So I didn't have the Find My app on my phone, but I had my MacBook with me. Trust me, I was not leaving that in the car ever at all. We get to this apartment complex and it's like super sketchy. Not even kidding. So the second we get out of the car, there were already people waiting for us to leave the car. It was so weird. It was eerie. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not leaving the car. So we waited and waited and waited. Maybe 2 hours goes by and no sheriff. We call them, nothing. They were busy. And it really sucks too, because I knew where my iPad was. I knew the vicinity of where it was. The problem was they said that they didn't know the exact location, so they were gonna go to this apartment complex, they were gonna look at the footage and see who may have walked with my black bag, because I knew exactly what the bag looked like. Let me explain something also. Apple, you need to definitely buckle down on this Find My. So I left that day feeling very defeated. I let it go. I let my iPad go, and I was like, okay, well, so much for that. Verizon did not have insurance on it. I failed to do that, and the 30 days were up and I did not get insurance that covered stolen items. I was like, okay, I paid for Apple Care. Let's try Apple. Apple was no help. The representative at Apple told me that they don't cover iPads or MacBooks that are stolen. They only cover iPhones. So I was out of luck, like $500, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not sure what to do now. I went to Verizon, I spoke with them about it. Fortunately, I'm going to be paying for that for the next 2 years, but at the same time, I was like, okay, I've been through a lot, and I think I'm going to get a new iPad. This one had just came out, and I was so curious. I really liked the way it looked, the design, how it very much resembled an iPad Pro, but was not an iPad Pro, it was just an iPad Air. Lesson to you though, if you ever go anywhere and you bring any electronics with you, don't leave anything in the car. Take it with you. You brought it. Lesson learned, right? And you can call me stupid, you can call me whatever you want. It was stupid. I made a mistake and I learned from my mistake, but that's why mistakes are made, right? So we can learn from them. Thank you so much for watching this video. A thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you liked this video, if you like me, if you like this channel, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.